Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we are going to do a blindsided creation, and that pretty much means I don't know what the pattern is that we're working on until we did it. This was sent to me by Minute Craft. She's over on Instagram. You guys really should go check her out. She makes a lot of really cool stuff. So let's go find out what she has in store for me today. So today the pattern number is 86089. Apply filter, I guess. Okay. This is kind of funny. I had just noticed on the main page the person that does this crazy nuts is all about pattern mods. They try to submit tons and tons of patterns by making tiny minute changes, and then so they can get off of one design they might have 5, 6, 8 patterns that all are essentially the same thing with just minute tweaks. It's kind of like what I teach as far as, make it your own, make changes, whatever. But I suspect that their angle on it is they're trying to basically have their name all over Bracelet book, which, I mean, if that's your goal, if that makes you happy, do your thing. So I just used the Windows Shift and S to copy the small piece of this. We're going to bring it over here, paste it down, rotate it 90 degrees. Oops. What happened there? There we go. And then let's kind of move it off to the side a little bit so I can make it go bigger. And we're going to add that to a new layer so we can basically move that around. So I suspect, well, there's two things we could do for the center. We could either make it be where this white dot is, or we could make it where the X is. I think we're going to go with the X. I don't have a reason to prefer one over the other, but that's sort of cool. Not super hyped up on the colors. I think we're going to like really change them up a bit to make it easier to see what we're doing. This doesn't look like a terribly difficult bracelet overall. If I, to be honest here, this doesn't look bad. So let's just do it like with using the rainbow. How many colors technically is this thing? Does it say 4 colors? That's easy. There's what, 3 of the dark, 2 of the white, 2 of this, and 1 of the orange. Yeah, that's not kind of easy peasy. All right. So I don't know how this got shifted. There. I have like a certain order I like these things in, and this thing can move around. And I like having the paint bucket like really close. It's just a real weird personal thing for me, but it has to be there. I don't know if I have OCD or whatever, but it feels a little bit like that. All right, so, oh, I haven't done that in a while. All right. So this is the little X thing here in the middle. it skips one and then goes for 4 knots over here. Right, that's that. It also has, right, 1, 2, 3 right here. This going all the way up to a point like that. And this coming out all the way, I guess. So yeah, there's a lot going on for very few colors. There's definitely a little bit of craziness to this thing. So this one here, let's start adding some of the underlying strings because it'll make this make more sense as to kind of how it was designed, which will probably lead to a better understanding of what they were doing in the first place. Something's wrong here. Is it? No, it isn't. It's just a 1. Okay, got it. And then 2 on this side. And that goes to the center X thing again, right? There we go. So again, the person who's designing this it's almost like they've taken a lot of like the stuff that I teach about how a pattern can be just little tweaks and suddenly you have something completely new. They've taken that all to heart and turned it into like just tons and tons and tons of bracelets over here on, you know, this website, which is, that's cool. I mean, you learned how to do a thing and you're rocking it and you're making it so everybody can have different things to work on, I guess. I mean, trying to see this in the most positive light. And I guess that kind of makes sense. So it looks like this one here comes in and just does a little brief dot there, which is this, which would be these ones. Man, it's so weird though, like the way some of the stuff overlaps. It's sort of a little bit confusing. So where does these strings go, I wonder? Ooh. So what you guys can't hear is a very distracting background noise for me. There is a celebration going on the next block over, and they've got PA systems blaring with somebody singing. I can't tell if it's karaoke-ish or what, but there's something going on over there, and it's loud. All right, so that's going to be our darkest color. The next color would be, we'll go with an orange. And it is, there's like a little bit right there, both sides. Then it comes out and is here. That red came all the way to this thing. I'm not even gonna go that far in advance. Just not. All right. The next color, let's do yellow. Because there's a bit more of that, and we can make more sense of that one, I guess. So this is these here. This here. Up here. And that's not going to get all confusing. Over here. And over here. And I still haven't even figured out how many of these shapes we're going to even put into this whole thing yet. Because I'm probably going to change up the whole end of this. I kind of don't want to do more just arrowhead stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what comes. Just to kind of change it up a bit. All right. So that's that. So there's obviously more yeah, there's more than one of those. Right? Yeah, it has to be. 100% has to be. And there's more than one of their white. So for the white, kind of didn't want to go to the green, but because we have all hot colors, but let's go ahead and do that anyways. We'll go with something bright. And so there. It is interesting. It is an interesting pattern overall, I'd say. Um, I'm not sure why she picked it. Typically, Minute Craft will pick patterns based on some kind of an idea that it'll upset me or that it's so different from my normal stuff. This is, I guess it's different, but it's not so obscuredly different that I'm like freaked out by it or anything. So I'm thinking maybe we just do the three things here in the middle. So we'll have this overall basic. There'll be three of them. And we'll see what we can play with to come out crazy on the ends, do something different. Maybe I'll really go out of my norms, do something really, really different, maybe. So these are where the white ones were. The yellow's in here. Yeah, there are some very interesting elements to this. The way that, they put this around, like where the whites are or the yellows are around the other part, like this stuff here. It's kind of got an interesting vibe to it that I kind of dig it. And nothing seems too forced, right? Like, take for example this orange. It came to the end, came out, and then comes up into here like this. It's not suddenly changing directions at the very end to be in a place where you wouldn't expect it. It's just kind of goes along with the whole flow of it. That's kind of cool. This red one came up and in, back out, back over this way. It's a lot of the strings do what you sort of would expect them to do. So oh, this is kind of interesting. Oops. This is a little bit interesting. So this red one comes down, bounces from this red one, well, or trades directions to do that. So the marker of where to change becomes really easy. And if you notice, I'm going to just focus on one side of this now because we can use the whole mirroring thing to copy this side and we don't have to do it twice. We can use the other side to help us to design things, I'm sure. All right, so this one is obviously going off sort of that away, as well as also there's one coming off this way. So I have to say, I typically get kind of nervous coming into these blindsided ones because I have no idea what is going to be there for me. And overall today, though, I have to say, I'm not mad. I'm a fun pattern. And you can see my obvious goal here is just to see what colors we have left at the end, how we can work those out, how we can turn them into something. All right. So now we have these. These were the whites made to become green now. Again, this isn't like I'm having trouble sorting out how to get things done. It's a little bit straightforward. Okay, so there we have this first half. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows left. Hmm. Out of curiosity, if we were to have continued it out, this red one would have come out. Yeah, there's not enough room to do one more of these diamonds anyways. Although I have to tell you guys, the thought of doing the arrowhead is really kind of like there's 6, right? Like if I bring that orange up and make the diamond here thing like this, right? there's just enough room to do one more after it. It's like it wants it. I gotta admit, I think I want it. Right? Because then the next color is this one. To go like that. And then the next color is this. And then it's the yellow again. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be it. All right. Let's work that out. Seriously, was thinking try do something different. Be whatever. We'll do something different next time. Ah, that's an oops. So I wonder if the dude that came up with, or dudette, I guess, who came up with the pattern in the first place, if they'll see this video and be like, "The heck is he doing to my stuff?" Because it's gonna be a bit different, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not. I too like to change up patterns. I too like to make a difference. So no, I am not sorry. I think everybody should have fun being creative. Imagine. Why not? Let that go out that way. All right. We got a green here and a green there. The first one was easy. And you know, the second one was too. Yeah. This one here. So again, if you're kind of new to my videos, the colors I've chosen to use for the pattern are strictly for the purpose of making it easy to tell what strings you have and where. What I will actually make this with can be anything. Seriously. I just have to choose 4 colors that I like together. It's that simple. So now just do a little magic. Essentially, this box here will allow me to select the side that we've already done. It's snapped onto the grid. That makes it nice and easy. We copy and we paste it. And then we go over here to this flip tool. Flip this horizontally. And then we can move this over and the grid lines will allow us to snap it right into place. And now the whole top half is done. Now if we go again, selecting, copy, paste, go back to the flip tool. This time we flip vertically. And we bring this down here like this. All we have to do now is get that nice and lined up and anchor it. And here is our big reveal. It's very cool. I like this one. I had a lot of fun making it. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys like it as well. Before I go, I do want to thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members who make all this stuff possible. So thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. I also want to thank Minute Craft for submitting the Blindside creation for me today. This has been a fun one. So thank you very much for that. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.